don't elaborate, just the truth.
And if you don't know,
you don't know. And one of the things you do not want to do before a deposition is, I'm going to go home and I'm going to look at all the documents I gave to the attorneys and the federal government or whatever. I'm going to sit there and go over the evidence. Why should you benefit the defense with the re-education of your knowledge?
Yeah.
Because if you honestly forgot over that time,
right.
and they don't refresh your memory, that's all they get.
There's plenty of time to refresh your memory.
You can do that after your
the
deposition. After the deposition, then go through the documents.
Right.
You know, don't go through the documents and re-educate yourself and bring it all up. Because some of these cases, like in mine, it was 3 years before from when I filed the complaint to when I was actually in that deposition, 3.5 years later. So things do fade.
Right.
They didn't, but they can.
And in fairness, it happens to our side too, and that's what they're doing with their witnesses. That's for sure.
And another thing,
they don't say a thing unless we refresh their memory.
and a case in point too of becoming too full of yourself. Now this is something, counsel, I would like to give an attorney. And I remember that in one of the depositions they were taking of one of the witnesses, General Henry. And we're sitting there, and their attorney asked the general, because their attorney had the habit of trying to minimize the impact of a witness to, well, you're just a clerk.
Right.
You didn't know it, you're a clerk.
Right.
Well, how do you have somebody who was an advisor to the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who would sit opposite in Congress and be military appropriations, not for just one branch of the military, but every single one of them, from the Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, every one of them. All right. How do you mitigate the damage that person can cause your case?
Right.
And so what happened is he said to the general, this lawyer says, is it true that you were responsible for all the logistics of Desert Storm? And he said, yes, I was.
He was.
So you used to be responsible for things like uniforms, bubble gum, cigarettes. And you could see what he was doing. He was trying to minimize who this person was. And the general goes, yes. Do you have any experience in the purchasing of weapons platforms? The general sat back like this for not long and said, yes. He goes, do aircraft carriers, destroyers, tanks, and fighter jets count? And he was so flabbergasted that the general said that. And then you leaned over to me and says, and you go, and that's why you never ask a question of someone in a deposition you don't already know the answer to.